Hi friends, it's Miss Belle. Today, for story time, we're going to read A Helpful Hand. Here we go. It was a beautiful summer day. The sun was shining, flowers were blooming, bees were buzzing, birds were chirping. Polly Puppy headed out into her neighborhood for a walk. She was in a very good mood because of the weather. It was going to be a very good day. As Polly walked down the sidewalk, she saw Mrs. Cow leaving the store. Mrs. Cow was pushing her baby in a stroller. "Let me hold the door for you," Polly said. "Why, thank you, Polly," replied Mrs. Cow. "What a big help you are." Mrs. Cow wasn't the only one Polly helped that day. Polly saw another neighbor who could use a helping hand. Mrs. Whiskers was about to cross the street. Mrs. Whiskers walked very slowly and had trouble seeing. "Let me help you cross the street," said Polly. "Thank you," said Mrs. Whiskers. "You are the most helpful little puppy I have ever met." Farther down the street, Polly spotted her good friend Huey Hippo. Huey was hanging a picture up. He looked really sad. "What's wrong, Huey?" asked Polly. "Why are you sad?" "I lost my pet frog," said Huey. "I'm putting up posters so people know to look for him." "I'll lend a hand," said Polly. "We'll look for him together." Together, Polly and Huey looked all over the place for Huey's pet frog. They looked under things and over things. They looked in big places and little places. "Here, Froggy," Polly called. Come out, wherever you are," said Huey. "I found him," Polly said. Sure enough, helpful Polly Puppy had spotted the frog. There's the frog. As she walked home, Polly saw her little brother, Percy Puppy, on the playground, and being a helpful big sister, Polly gave Percy a push. What helping hands! Bye, friends!